Washington.
This your boy, Martin for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Jabari for here once again. Now, in the attempt to try to figure out again what it is I want to do with this channel, I was kind of reminiscing on some of the older types of videos that I did when I first started the channel, and pop culture topics, events, award shows, and album reviews were all things that originally got me into YouTube in the first place. And so I was like, I was thinking about why not revisit these topics? Why not talk about them? I read the blogs every day, and it gives me something to talk about on the channel. So in the midst of me trying to work out how to get the makeup thing going, we're gonna try to do little pop-up videos of things that happen in pop culture, such as what happened on Sunday night, the American Music Awards. Now, I know typically award shows now aren't the most exciting thing on television or in that particular time slot because nobody's ever really there. But you know what? There's usually something funny, something comedic, or just shocking that happens at these award shows, whether it be good or bad. So there's always something to talk about at the water cooler the next day. So I want to talk about the performances first, and then we're going to lead into the actual winners of certain awards. Now, I didn't watch the show live. Most of us don't. Most of us care about the clips online, the performances of the people that we care about, and we go from there. So I watched the performances earlier, or what the performances that I could find that I cared about again, and we're going to talk about, you know, some of the things that we saw. So in no particular order, okay, I do want to start with Ciara's performance. Now, Ciara was also the host of the show. I didn't need to, of course, since I didn't watch the actual show, I'm not sure how well she did. I'm sure she did a good job. I mean, Ciara's still charismatic in a way. I'm sure she can host the show, no problem. But what was interesting to me is that she released this song, Melanin, okay? And it's, you know, featuring like, you know, Esther Dean, Lupita Nyong'o, Lala, you know, it's like this celebration of Black girls with melanin, trying to make them feel, you know, great about themselves, and it's kind of like an upbeat, you know, tempo. But my thing with this is, I was firstly concerned, like, why isn't she performing anything off of Peter Marks? He just put an album out earlier this year, and I mean, is this just a random one-off song that you're performing? Is it a new single for an upcoming album, an EP? Did you record the show just for the show? Like, it just seemed out of nowhere, and she just put the song out, I want to say like a day or two before the award show came out. So I'm like, okay, so let's listen to the song. And I heard the song first before I watched her do the performance, and I'm like, this is a very kids bop, playground, you know, 15-year-old type of gig. Because, I mean, now granted, the performance, the part of it that I did like is when she doing the chorus, she's like, I got that melanin, ooh. You know, that part is cute. I enjoy that, I have fun with that. But the one she's like, Ciara is my name, and something is the game, and blue and green are my colors, and I always support my team. Something like that. I'm like, this is so nursery rhyme, bitch. Why are you giving us these And I tell you, I swear I love Ciara, but sometimes she be giving me some nursery rhyme ass music, and I'm like, girl, you're too old for this. This is something I would expect from like a new artist that's like 15. But be that as it may, one thing about Ciara, she will always give you a performance. No matter what song she gives, she gonna give you a pop, lock, and drop. She gonna get some hair whips. She gonna, you know, she always has that stage presence, but it just be like, the music though be. And then it's like, I saw people online talk about, we already kind of had like Brown Skin Girl who did this message better this year. So it's kind of like, it made it get overshadowed even more. But I mean, all in all, I just enjoyed the performance. It's just the song, at least right now, at the recording of this video right now, not my favorite. So now I want to go ahead and get this Artist of the Decade, Miss Taylor Swift, and her medley out the way. Now, I remember in the past weeks or so, maybe the past couple of weeks, she was going through this whole debacle with Scooter Braun about the ability to even perform her older music because I think he had bought the rights to them. She got what she wanted, and so she was able to perform all these different songs from her discography. And it was this time when I realized I didn't know how big of a fan of Taylor Swift that I was. Because I was like, oh, that's about. I was like, oh boy, that's about too. I love that song. So she started off with The Man, which is off her new album, Lover, Lover grew on me, especially the title track. I didn't like the 60s, like, slow doo-wop, type deal with Lover at first, but then once I kind of got into the vibe and I got into, the lyrics a little bit more, especially that, the duet that she just released, the remix with Shawn Mendes, I believe that's who that was. If I'm not mistaken, let me know in the comments. But yeah, they just did a remix and I'm like, oh, that sounds even better as a duet. It's really, it's really cute, romantic and shit. That's what I'm all into. She started with The Man from that album, which is another song from that album that I do really like. But The Man is sort of like it basically means I wouldn't have to work as hard, I wouldn't have to be twice as better in this industry if I were a man. And I'm like, facts. And that's across any industry, so I'm like, wow, she really went there. So she started off with The Man, I really like that song. And then she went into probably one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, which is Love Story. I want to say, nope, that was a lie. I was about to tell a lie. I was about to say that was one of the first songs of Taylor Swift that I heard, but no, I was there from the beginning when my friend in my first year of college, she was a really big Taylor Swift fan. I'm like, who is this girl? She's talking about Teardrops on My Guitar because he just broke up with her ex. And I'm like, who is this girl that you're singing this to? But that's where I originally got into her. That's probably the first thing I heard. But Love Story, baby. That is a hopeless romantic like me, just anthem. It's how, about the Romeo and Juliet and trying to be together, build this whole love story. I tell you, one thing about Taylor Swift, I'll give her this. People may not like her for their own particular reasons. I understand because she's not perfect. Because that whole thing that she did with Kanye and Kim and that drama over there. But lyrically, homegirl can write from a very relatable perspective. That's one thing I can give her about her songs. Because when she was doing this medley, because I've never been to a show, when she's been doing this medley, I'm like, oh, damn, I do fuck with that song. I understand what she's talking. I just felt that way through the whole performance. After we go through Love Story, I Knew You Were Trouble from Red, which is probably one of my favorite albums from her, which is when I was really starting to get into her. That's when she was experimenting with dubstep and all these other interesting sounds. I'm like, okay, I kind of feel with this. I kind of fuck with this. So once she went from Red, then she went into Blank Space, which was from that 1989 album, which I really did like. I didn't know, when they were going through her accolades, I think they said 1989 was in the top 10 of the Billboard 200 for a year. I'm like, well, me then, I did not know that. Congrats to Taylor Swift, shit. But Blank Space is, not one of my favorites, but it was a really huge song of the year. So after she got finished performing Blank Space, she went into Shake It Off. Now, Shake It Off, it's a fun song, but admittedly, whenever I hear that song, I think of all the memes and the photos that were going online of her and her backside being flat. And she is just throwing her spine in a circle in the tattered jean shorts and this urban the look of that music video turns me off every time. I'm like, no ma'am, Taylor, no ma'am. The song is fun, but that video, you tried that. And of course she ended off the song with these two interpretive dancers doing the title track of her most recent album, Lover, which like I said, I've really grown to enjoy the song a lot more now. And I'm gonna put that little duet on my little playlist because it's cute. Okay, Okay, so let's talk about probably one of the most disappointing things about the night. And mind you, before I watched the performances of the award show, I didn't really look at like the comments on social media about the different acts because I didn't want to know what to expect from a lot of them. And so Selena came on stage. And she was poised. She had a beautiful gown. Her hair was like, cut in a nice symmetrical bob. The face was beat. I saw the cut crease and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Give it to me. And then she opened her mouth. And I said, oh. Oh, Selena. Oh, baby. Stop. Stop right where you are. Because what was going on? Like, Selena sounded bad. Now, I know Selena ain't no singer for real anyway, but and what made it so bad is like the song was it "Lose You to Love Me," so I believe is what it's called. Lyrically, it's a beautiful song, and it sounds great on the recording, but I don't know what was going on. Like she was bad. Like I think it got tolerable midway through, but it was just like the first verse and chorus was just what the hell was going on? And what was ironic, and I don't think I noticed this until I heard her sing this line, is like there's a line, either like the pre-chorus or one of the verses, that she talks about singing off key. I'm like, the irony, bitch. Even after she finished through that song, I'm like, ooh, okay, maybe it's over. And I was like, of course not. She's gonna go into that "Look at Her Now" song with that. I hate that. I hate that so much. I don't know what it is about that sound, but it drives a nail in my brain. But be that as it may, homegirl was up on stage like she was on Ambien. And I'm just like, girl, she looked like she was not there. Like, she looked dead in the face. Like, her body movement was just like, this is supposed to be, from what I understand, a song celebrating, triumph, overcoming obstacles, rising from the ashes, all that good stuff. And she's just sitting up there like, like very like come big. Give me something. Like I'm supposed to look at you now. I'm looking at you and I'm not enthused. So let's get to probably one of my personal top 3 highlights of the night. Okay. Living legend Toni Braxton came up on that stage, honey, with her short hair. I always say Toni always looks her best with that short hair. When she be putting that long hair on, that long weave, it don't be giving it to me. I need that good old buzz wig. I need that in my life because it frames her face so much better. She looks so much prettier when she has that on. And she got this white gown, standing up there with all the tulle and fabulosity, and gave you a sickening performance of "Unbreak My Heart" from Woo! Hallelujah, I tell you. And she was live. Okay, that was live. That was not a pre-recorded. I saw y'all trying to shade her. That was live. Okay, Toni still got it. And I don't know what it is about her voice. Like, she just gets just sultry. I always talked about Toni could sing the alphabet. Okay? And people will find a way to make that a bedroom song. People would fuck to Toni Braxton singing the alphabet. Can you imagine? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know. I'm stupid. But anyways, Toni Braxton was still like one of my favorite moments of the night. Like you don't get to see her perform as often because she kind of does it whenever she wants to, but when she does, magic. Now I want to talk about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello's "Señorita" performance. I mean, the song was a big hit. It's cute. not my favorite thing in the world to listen to. It's cute. But this performance in particular, something felt odd. Something was off to me in this performance, particularly with Camila. And I don't know if this is at her fault or if it's Sean's fault, because it started off with her, she's giving it to the camera, she's giving it, what she's supposed to be giving, and she's walking towards the stage, and Sean is there with his guitar, singing into the mic, his verse or whatever, and they kind of get there and they're standing in front of each other, and I don't know what it is, but it felt like Camila was having to sort of overcompensate for the fact that Sean had to stand stationary and play an instrument and sing right into the microphone. So he couldn't really move and do as much as Camila was doing. So it felt like Camila was having to do like all this extra on stage. Like, I don't know, it felt like she was doing so much and he was just kind of sitting there doing I don't know. It really could have just been me, but I was just watching like, why does it feel like she's doing the most? Y'all let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. So, next performance I want to talk about is Miss Lizzo, honey. Okay, so Miss Lizzo decided to change it up. She wasn't about to give you Truth Hurts for the 100th time. She's not about to give you Juice for the 100th time, okay? She's gonna give you an old nasty ballad from her album, Cause I Love You, which I love, by the way. I should have reviewed Cause I Love... Won't make that mistake again, okay? Because we're gonna start talking about music. Because I be listening to music all the time. Whenever I'm walking, whenever I'm in my car, music's always playing. I'm always interested in looking to see like what new projects are being dropped by the latest artists. I don't know why I stopped talking about that anymore. Be that as it may, we will get back to that. Lizzo performed the song Jerome off her album, and it was an interesting take. Jerome is kind of like one of those. How do you describe it? Jerome is in the same vein as like Rihanna's Love on the Brain and Higher, where you're kind of like confessing to a lover, you're pouring out all this emotion, and it's a very emotionally driven song. And I saw some people online, like after I watched the performance, I saw some people criticize her vocally. It didn't bother me, but I think what people were having an issue with was kind of like her dramatics. And it's kind of, even take Beyonce's Sandcastles from her Lemonade. There are moments in the song where her voice cracks, but it cracks for a purpose. Like it happens specifically at the part of the song where she's trying to show like the most emotion. And it's like, I think people were expecting like a Pitch Perfect all the time. Like songs like that, like the imperfections are what make them so relatable a lot of times. Now don't just be going out there sounding like anything. There's purpose and, tact and technique to everything. But I feel like that was the vocal style she was trying to give to sell the emotion of that song. And I liked it. I really did. Next, my second of my top 3 highlights, personally for me, is seeing Miss Kesha up there performing her new single, Raising Hell, with Miss Frida. Y'all know I love me some Miss Frida, baby. So they did their song. I'm anticipating her new album, High Road, coming out. I want to say it's in January. But I don't, there's always been something about Kesha that I've gravitated toward. Like, I've listened to every project of hers, from Animal, Cannibal, Warrior, Rainbow, and now we're here at High Road. Like, I've listened to all of her stuff. Of course, I like some things and there's things that I don't like, but just all in all, her spirit has always seemed very warming, very uplifting, and I just always want to believe in her and want to see her win. Like her first album, that Animal album, like it is a party. That album was what you could turn on Even if you by yourself with your friends, get you a shot of Jack, some liquor, and go out and have a good time. It is so much fun. If you have not listened to Kesha's, at least her first album, all the way through, like the deep album cuts, I highly recommend. Some of my personal favorites, Dinosaur, Take It Off, of course the singles like TikTok and Your Love Is My Drug. There's a song on there called Steven, which is kind of like in the same vein as like Lizzo's Jerome and like Rihanna's Love on the Brain. And Steven is somewhere in that same category. I recommend it. Just check out her stuff. The performance was great. They had like a church theme going on, but the part that gagged me, because Raising Hell is fun. It's it's not my favorite, but I kind of like the vibe of the song. When she started to perform TikTok, that's when I lost it, because that was my shit. Back in 2009, don't stop, make it pop, DJ turn my speakers up tonight, I'm fine till we see the sunlight. Listen, I'm telling you, when you are just feeling it and you just want to have a good time, I'm telling you, put on you some Kesha, baby. I'm just saying. So that was one of my other personal highlights from the night. Okay, so next we're going to quickly talk about Miss Camila Cabello again. Because she hit the stage 3 times. She went up there with Taylor Swift at one time. I didn't even see her. I'm like, I don't even know where she was in that performance, but apparently she was there. And she did Senorita with Shawn Mendes earlier. Now she's doing another song from her album Romance called Living Proof. And let me tell you, I don't know what it is. Somebody, I really want to have this discussion with someone, because I don't know what it is about Camila, but I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. Something about her image, because like she can sing. It's not like that she can't sing. I think maybe it's just the songs that they're giving her, or I don't know what it is about her. I'm not hooked yet. I'm not sold. And I mean, honestly, I think this is almost Normani's problem as well, because it's like, Motivation is not my favorite song. Now, she wore that video out. She wore that video out. But it's just like, I want to, maybe it's just they're both still so new and we're used to seeing them together that them being separate is kind of odd, yet they're still trying to find their footing. But with Camila particularly, it's like she keeps putting out all these songs. Like, I'm like, you've released your entire album at this point, I feel like. And I'm just like, I want to love it, but I don't. I just don't. I don't know why. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a chance. I always give albums a chance. I listened to her first album, Havana, and still the best thing on there. Truth be told. But, I mean, she did this Living Proof song. Now, what I will give her is that if that was live, you did that. I mean, was it perfect? No, but there was a lot of, moments in there that would be relatively difficult to do live. So, I give you kudos where it's due-ish. So, not the fan of the song as much, but there were vocal moments that I want to give you credit for. So, there you go. Finally, when it comes to performances, the last one that I want to talk about is my third personal highlight of the night. And of course, it's my good sis, my Christina Aguilera, baby. She got up there with A Great Big World. They released this new song called Fall on Me. And if you guys remember, they did a previous song called Say Something, which is, they're both falling in the same vein where they're like slow, stripped, really like vocal heavy, or they focus more on the vocals and like the technique and the emotion given into the lyrics. Now, this is where this example, or this live showing of Christina is like the perfect example of what happens when Christina finds that sweet spot in her vocal registry. that's not too high into the screaming territory, and it's not in the, low register. She doesn't really go to the low register too often. But it's like right there in the middle where she gives you just enough power, but just enough restraint at the same time, where she's able to still showcase her vocal acrobats and her vocal abilities. Christina doing ballads, honestly. Like when she's not, I say when she's not screaming, it's just great. Of course I'm just gonna start standing real quick. From her ballads, like her second album, but particularly Stripped, Loving Me for Me, Sickening. Of course, Beautiful, we all know that song. There's a song on there called Walk Away. If you are ever brokenhearted, if you have ever had a disgruntled encounter with a lover, Walk Away will make you weep. It is the type of song that you play when you are laying on the shower floor with a cigarette, just thinking about all the shit he did to you. Like, well, that is where Walk Away will take you. And of course, the voice within, incredible. Keep Singing My Song, incredible. I'm telling you, her and ballads, sickening. So when I was hearing that she was gonna do like another, sort of like a follow-up to Say Something, I'm like, I'm there. I'm there. And Follow Me is so beautiful. I mean, you have to be in the mood for certain songs like that. Like, you can't just play that out of nowhere. Like, those are songs that you have to be like really connect to lyrically and be like in the mindset to intake. But if you are, that was so good, I swear. But that was all for the performances. So now I want to quickly get into who won what awards, and let's talk about that. All right, so I have the winners here. We're going to quickly talk about, who won what. So Artist of the Year ended up going to Taylor Swift. Duh. Duh. I mean, you had Drake, Ariana Grande. Ariana kind of was, she did have Thank You Next. Like, Ariana won like the first half of the year, and then she just kind of took a break. And Drake didn't do anything. Drake ain't really did much unless I haven't been paying attention. Halsey, man. Post Malone, So it had to be, it had to be Taylor Swift. So now, Artist of the Year went to this Billie Eilish girl. I've heard some of her songs. I can't really remember or recant them right now, but I know like the melodies I'm familiar with. I'm actually surprised that she won the New Artist of the Year over Lizzo or Lil Nas X. I'm like, oh. Now Luke Combs, I don't even know who that is. And I'm not surprised that LMI didn't win that, because she kind of, like, after that song Trip, even her debut album didn't really go as far as I think people expected it to. So I'm not surprised that she didn't win it, but I am kind of surprised that she won over both Lizzo and Lil Nas X. Just a little bit. I mean, congrats to her. Collaboration of the Year went to Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello for Señorita, which is shocking to me again, over Lady Gaga's and Bradley Cooper's Shallow, because that song was everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, I guess Señorita was too, and he even beat out Old Town Road. Now that was really everywhere. I was so sick of that song. I swear to God, I was so sick of that song. But I mean, Post Malone and Sway Lee Sunflower, I don't even know what that is. Marshmello and Bastille, Happier. I don't know what that is either. But congratulations to Shawn Mendes and Camila for that Señorita. They got best collaboration, child. Tour of the Year went to BTS, which I know they're like a Korean K-pop group, and they came out of relatively nowhere. I just saw people just start becoming obsessed with them. I'm like, who is this band? Do they tour locally in the States? I mean, they outbeat Ariana Grande, Elton John, Pink, and Ed Sheeran. So apparently they're doing something right. So congratulations to them for having Tour of the Year. Favorite music video went again to Billie Eilish for Bad Guy. Don't know what that is. Wait, do I know what that is? Is that I think I hear that song on TikTok a lot. So, yeah. I know that song. I know that song. Seven Rings, man. Halsey, Without Me. I like the song, but I don't think I've seen that video. And again, they beat out Lil Nas X for Old Town Road. Oh, wait, you know what? I lied. I lied that whole time. The fact that they had her name highlighted here made me think that she won. My bad, girl. Miss Billie Eilish did not win favorite music video. That went to Taylor Swift. You need to calm down. My bad. Because the fact that this website has her name bolded, it fooled me, girl. It fooled me. But Taylor Swift, that was a cute video. I really appreciated that she included a lot of the LGBT and of course a lot of the Drag Race girls, even RuPaul herself. So that was kind of dope. I did like that. I did like that video. Favorite social artist went to BTS over Billie Eilish, EXO, Ariana Grande, and Shawn Mendes. What does that even mean? What is social artist? What does that mean? Like, are you socially conscious? Do you fan interaction? Like, what's that? I don't know. Favorite male artist for pop rock went to Khaled, which I am kind of digging some of Khaled's stuff. I think he has that song, Can We Just Talk, or Can We Talk? That's kind of like that was cute. I need to get into more of his stuff, but that song is the one that I have heard and I do like. And he won that over Drake and Post Malone. Pop rock? What rock has Drake ever? What? Psst. Anyway, favorite female artist for pop rock went to Taylor Swift over Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande. Sure. Sure. Favorite duo or group for pop rock went again to BTS. Who the hell is BTS? Do I need to get into them? Because I remember seeing pictures. I want to say it's like 5 Korean men. But I swear they have just came out of relatively nowhere. And they won over the Jonas Brothers and Panic at the Disco. So they doing something right. Favorite album for pop rock went to Taylor Swift, Lover. Over Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That's a long ass title. And Ariana Grande's Thank You Next. Interesting. Well, I mean, I could give Taylor more rock aspects in her album than Ariana Grande's for sure. So let's see. Let's keep on scrolling. Favorite song for pop rock went to Halsey's Without Me. Interesting. Over Jonas Brothers' Sucker. I like that song. And Lil Nas X didn't win for this either. Post Malone, Panic at the Disco, don't care about those. But really? This is very interesting. Considering how massive Old Town Road was, I'll be surprised if they really don't walk away with nothing. Oh, all right. Favorite artist for rap and hip hop? Well, they really putting hardly nobody in the damn category. It went to Cardi B, but they put what, Drake and Post Malone. And Drake has been relatively like MIA for most of the year, so I guess. Favorite album for rap and hip hop went to Post Malone's Hollywood Bleeding. Interesting. Over Meek Mill's Championships and Travis Scott's Astroworld. Now, I'm not too familiar with Meek Mill's album, but Travis Scott's Astroworld, people was giving that accolades all up and through my timeline. Y'all remember how Nicki Minaj acted when Astroworld went to #1 instead of Queen? Baby, she was pissed. So, I mean, I really don't know anything much about Post Malone. Nobody really mentions him, and I haven't actually stopped trying to listen to his music, but apparently it's worth something. Let's see. Favorite song, rap and hip hop went to Lil Nas X for Old Town Road. Okay. As opposed to Post Malone's Wow or Travis Scott's Sicko Mode. Yeah. I must say, I would be shocked if this Old Town Road song does not win at least one award the whole night. I was going to be really shocked. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Favorite male artist for soul and R&B went to Bruno Mars. Interesting. Opposed to Chris Brown and Khaled. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Favorite female artist for soul and R&B went to Beyonce. You know what's funny? I love how, well, you know what? No, Beyonce did put out that The Gift album this year. But I was gonna say it's really funny how neither Beyonce nor Rihanna have really released like solo projects since 2016. Both of them put out Anti and Lemonade 3 years ago, over 3 years ago. And Beyonce's still winning awards, and Rihanna is still like the most streamed female of the year. And she hasn't put out an album since 3 years ago. So it's funny how people are still streaming their music even though they haven't put out anything. And let's see, so Beyonce won over Lizzo and LMI, which is, I kind of have a problem with this, only because Beyonce hasn't really done like R&B in a long time. She's more like hip hop and pop, if anything. I mean, she does a little R&B here and there, but over Lizzo and LMI, I mean, they're not gonna let them win over Beyonce. Let's just be real. But still, I feel like their music tailors more towards the award than Beyonce does. Favorite album for soul and R&B went to Free Spirit for Khalid. Is it Khalid or Khaled? I'm gonna go with Khaled. First album, Free Spirit. Okay, that's dope. I'm gonna have to check him out. Over Chris Brown's Indigo. Did I try to listen to Indigo? I don't think I tried to listen to Indigo for real. I did like his Undecided song. That was cute. And LMI's debut album, I tried to listen to it. It wasn't really my gig. Favorite song, soul R&B, went to Khaled's Talk. That's that song I was talking about. I did like that. Over Lizzo's Juice. And LMI's Trip. Okay. It is more of an R&B song because Juice is definitely pop. Now, LMI's Trip is R&B, but okay, Khaled's Talk is better. It's better. I had to process it, but okay. I'm with it. Favorite artist, alternative rock, went to Billie Eilish. Cool. I don't really know. I mean, Imagine Dragons and Panic at the Disco, not really too familiar with them. But, I mean, hey, Billie, do your thing. She seems like a really cool chick. So if she's getting all these awards, more power to you, baby. Favorite artist for adult contemporary went to Taylor Swift. So that was pretty much all the awards, all the performances that we talked about. Whew. This video is probably gonna be long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really am gonna try to figure out and get back into like my old YouTube days of, you know, going with music and then just regular pop culture topics and events that happen, because I think that would be fun. I've just been away from it for so long that I have kind of forgotten how to do it, but we're gonna be back. And thank you guys so much for continually to support me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe. Washington.